Hey guys, welcome to Quick Tip Tuesday. This is Boll from scraphappy.org, and I have a couple of tips for using your foil quill freestyle and the foils from We Are Memory Keepers. So let's get to it. So here are some foil quill tips. And we're going to take the first one here, and I'm just going to show you how easy it is to draw something with your foil quill. So I'm just going to do a couple of little stars and hearts and different shapes, and you draw them that quick. There you go. It's that easy to make adorable little shapes, and look how cute and shiny and reflective those are. Perfect. Exactly what you draw is exactly what you get. So if you want to do like fancy words and lettering, you can totally do that. Spell out the word happy here, and then it's perfect on your sheet. Another fun thing you can do is use this with a template. So I'm going to just put this foil underneath this template, and I'm going to just trace some of this so that you can see. Doing it quick here to be on camera, but we'll just trace it up really quickly, and you'll see how good this works. And it's really quick, it's really easy, and I'm trying to go straight here. Obviously you'll hold things down better, and you can actually even tape your template down so you're not dealing with as many problems. But let's have a look at that really quick. Okay, so you can see how easy that is. And I've got like a couple little errors, but I was just going quick. But so that's quick, that's fun. Did you know though, you don't need to use your foil quill to have fun with the foil from the We Are Memory Keepers. I'm just gonna unplug that one here. So I've done two different things. I'm gonna just draw a little heart on here with my liquid glue. So I'm basically just using it like a pen and drawing. Now I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, just kind of fill in my lines to make them look a little more perfect. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit until it is not wet and not dry. I'm gonna let it get to that tacky area. And in the meantime, I'll show you with my tape runner. I'm going to take my tape runner and just run a nice little line right here. I'm just going to use this area here so you'll see what happens. And you can see, because I went over this area that I'd already done, there's some lines in it, but it totally works out perfect on your glue. And how easy was that to do? Now when this becomes a little more tacky, I'll be able to just put this right over top of that. So in the meantime, I'll just set this aside, let that dry a little bit, and I'll show you when I use it on a layout. So here on this layout, I've actually drawn my glue line around this shape, and like that would have been impossible to do if I was just putting this over top, right? Like I wouldn't be able to see where to draw the lines. That would have been really hard. But because of the way the foil is, once your glue is tacky, you can put it on there and then press your foil into it, and I was able to go all the way around my shape to outline that underlying shape right there. And so I think that's a really cool look. Now this glue is still really wet, so I will cut and we'll come back to this. Okay, so now this is starting to dry pretty good, and if you touch it a little bit, you see it's not sticking to my finger, it's just tacky. So let's go ahead and use a foil. I've got some new foils here. Now these ones are the ones from We Are Memory Keepers, and I will say a couple things. So I'm going to use this new sheet, but when you have the stuff where you've actually used your foil quill, like look at this, it does not come off. Like you can see I'm scraping it with my nail and it's not coming off. If you're using it with glue or with a tape runner or something, you can mark it and up. Like it's not perfect, guys. Like it's good, but it's not perfect. So don't assume that it's the same as using your tip. The great news is that with your tips, there's different widths of tips so that you can make different sizes of markings with it. Okay, so now I'm going to put this over top of the glue And I'm going to press it on there. And press it. Get that all to transfer on. Pull that off, and look at that, it's so pretty. And I'll even do this little spot right here, that little glue spot. Press that and pull that off. And so you can see how pretty it is. Just gives you a few different options. Are these gonna be as good as this? No, because you can still mark it up and stuff, right? So it's not as good as doing it with your foil quill. Might not have as much permanence depending on how much interaction your page gets in your page protector, but here you go. Here's how it can look on your finished layout. The little imperfections, there are little imperfections here that you can see. I can live with it. I think it's a really fun effect, super easy to do, and it gives you the ability to use this foil in different ways. Now, different foils work differently, so this is the one from We Are Memory Keepers, and you have to experiment with different ones. Hopefully that gives you another fun way to use your foils and different ways to think about your foil quill freestyle pens. If you have some tips, share them in the comments below. We all like tips, so if you have tried this with your mink foils, or you tried it with the thermal web foils or a different one, let us know how any of those foils work. We'd love to know. And if you liked this video, please give me that fabulous thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss our next Quick Tip Tuesday video. Happy scrapping!